Hey guys, it's Bobi, aka Paginator, and I'm here today to announce another readathon. I haven't hosted a readathon since Sharkathon this last summer, and I wanted to do something in the springtime, and so we're going to call this one March Through Your TBR. I know there's lots of other things going on during the month of March, including middle grade March, spring into reading. There's other things too. The good thing about this one is you can double up with other readathons, and you know, read one book and count it for like prompts for multiple readathons. You can do that anyway. So let's talk about the basics of this situation. In the description box below, there is a link to a Google folder, and there are two documents in this folder. One is a Google Doc with two links in it that will link you to Google Forms to fill out, which I'll explain in a minute. And the second document is a PDF file that looks like this here. You can download it, and print it, whatever you want to do. So the first page is just some general rules. Rule number one, the readathon runs through the entire month of March. So starting on March 1st, ending on March 31st. It has 31 days, right? January, February, March. Yeah, it should have 31 days. This is how prepared I am. Rule number two, complete one prompt or all of them, whatever you fancy. You can complete 6, you complete 2, like whatever you want to read in the month of March. The idea is to just knock some of those titles off of your TBR. Whether that's a physical TBR or an online TBR, or you read ebooks, audiobooks, whatever, just to get some reading done. That's the whole point of this. All right. So you can log what you read during the month of March on the Google form provided by me. It is in the Google document. There, like I said, there are two Google form links. So the first one is a sign-up form. And that one, there's just 2 questions. You're going to put in your email in case I need to get a hold of you. And you're also going to put in a unique username. We did this with Sharkathon and it worked really slickly. So I'm going to have you fill that out by March 1st. And even if you're joining later in March 2023 and you want to just add yourself later in the month, go ahead and sign up. But create a unique username and leave an email. The second form is the one, I think I called it tracker log or something like that, where you're going to put in what you read. So let's say that I finish reading this book right here. Okay, if I finish reading Soul of the Deep by Natasha Bowen, then I'm going to log in to this tracker and fill it out for this book. I will answer the questions. I think there's 5 questions. Let's see, title and author, no, your username, title and author, how many pages, what prompt did it complete? So 4 questions. I would answer the questions for this one and submit it. Then I'd move on to my next read, and when I finish that one, I'd come back and fill out the form for the next read, and so on. And the last rule is have fun marching through your TBR. It's just do some reading. I decided not to go with like a St. Patrick's Day theme because that's like halfway through the month, and then what are you gonna do for the rest of the month? That's just silly. So we went very like spring flowers, and purple is like kind of our main color for this readathon. I wore a purple shirt today to announce this just cause. So let's talk about the prompts. So this is the second page of the PDF document that's in the Google folder. There are 12 prompts. Now, you don't have to read 12 books. Like I said, you can read 25 books in the month of March if you want to, or you can read 1 or whatever. There are just 12 prompts. And you can read one book that covers 2 prompts or 3 prompts. You can read 12 individual books. Like, it's very much up to you how you want to do this. Okay? Again, the point is to get some reading done in March. So, let's go through the prompts. The first one is a book over 500 pages. Like if you've got a chunky one sitting around that you've been like, gosh, I would need to get to that one because it's long, and get it knocked off the shelf. Get it, read it, enjoy it, love it, whatever. Okay. The next one is random color picker. So you're gonna hop online and find a random color picker. If you just search in Google, there'll be some that'll pop up. Let it pick a color for you, and then go to your TBR and pick a book that has that color or as close to that color as you can get, depending on what you got in your TBR. If you don't want to do the online color picker, you could also just text a friend or ask your kid or whatever, shoot me a color, tell me a color, and base your pick off of what they tell you. A couple of these prompts are going to be genre specific, but you have choice. So the first one of those is a fantasy or a horror. Or if you do something paranormal, that kind of combines both of those things. But a fantasy or horror, pick something that fits in one of those. Another genre choice one would be adventure or historical fiction. The fifth prompt is a mood read, so whatever you're feeling like reading at the moment. The sixth one is draw from a hat. Now you could take that literally and draw from a hat. Here is the actual hat that I draw from. And if you watch my TBR videos, which I know a lot of you do, they seem to be my most popular ones, TBR videos and Temu hauls. Anyway, you have probably seen that hat before. If you don't have a hat or you don't want to physically draw out of something, you can like get on Goodreads and go to your want to read shelf and randomize it and have someone pick a number for you. Or if you want to physically draw but you don't have a hat, get a box, get a cereal bowl, whatever you have. Okay. The point for this one is just to randomly draw, let fate decide. So another prompt is a friend or family recommendation. And if you don't have friends or family that are into books, sometimes what I do is just take a picture of 3 books and text it to like my mom or something, because she's not a reader, but she'll go, okay, pick that one. And she'll pick that for me. Or my students will pick books for me. In fact, I still have a list of books that they want me to read, so I might use one of those. A recent acquisition could be any book that you've gotten recently, whether that's checked out from the library, purchased for yourself, downloaded, however you most frequently read, just something that you got recently. The next one is kind of the opposite of that. It's a book that you have had for over a year, or if you don't keep books for that long, then a book that you've been meaning to read for over a year. Get it taken off of your list, get it read, get it knocked out. The next one is close your eyes and point. So you could stand at your shelves, close your eyes. You can spin yourself in a circle if you want to. You can point with your hand. You can point with a wand. You can point with a ruler, whatever you want to do. If you don't have like a shelf that's specifically TBR, or if you're doing, like I said, if you're doing all your reading electronically, maybe, I don't know if you want to just write out the titles on a piece of paper and close your eyes and point, or if you can have them all pulled up on a screen and close your eyes and point. You decide how that one's going to work for you. The next one is social media recommendation, and that one is one that you've learned about either on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, some other form of social media. If you're like, gosh, I just can't find one that I want to read based on that, then consider this another like friend or family recommendation. Find a recommendation from someone. Okay? You notice I'm being quite flexible with these prompts because I just want this to be really chill. And our last prompt is called Second Chance. This is a book that maybe you started but gave up on because you got distracted, or you DNF'd it, but then you thought, you know what, I really should have given that another chance because maybe I was unfair in my DNFing situation, or just a book that maybe you didn't love the first time and you want to try again, a book that you give a second chance to. If you don't have one like that and you have an author that you want to give a second chance to, that might be another way to tackle that prompt as well. All right, so once again, let's recap the rules. The readathon is going to run through the entire month of March. Complete as much or as little as you want to. And the prompts, again, can be very loosely interpreted. If you have questions or concerns and you want to shoot me an email, my email address is always linked in the description box below. You can also find me on Instagram and send me a message that way, but email is usually the best way to get hold of me. Log any books that you read into the Google form. Sometimes in my readathons I have prize giveaways, sometimes I don't. Sometimes we do other fun things. We shall just see where the month takes us. She said, like she doesn't really know what she's doing, but maybe she does. And again, have fun marching through your TBR. Don't forget to sign up. So click on the link in the description box below. It's going to take you to a Google folder. Click on the document that says links. Sign up in the sign up form, and then keep that other one, or come back to this video, have it bookmarked or something so you can get back to that tracker and log your reading during the month of March. This video is going up on February 15th, so I'm giving you plenty of notice to start gathering titles if you want to. If you want to sign up on the sign up form before then, you may, but I will not be opening up the tracker form for responses until March 1st. So there we go. So please let me know in the comments down below if you would be, if you'll be participating or if you think you might be. And in the meantime, have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading. Adios.